And I was a former special ed case manager, and I worked in psychiatric hospitals with children, teenagers that were mentally challenged and had other issues. And when I was a special ed case manager, I know that consistency is one of the biggest important critical needs of these children. They need consistency in their lives, and they're not getting consistency while they're at home in front of a computer screen and they're being bumped off the computer. They can't hear the teacher. They're very self-conscious. Other kids can see them. Not all children are virtual learners. And I would like to say that I don't believe any children's a virtual learner. If you ask me, as a former teacher. First of all, the light from the computer screen affects the child's eyes and goes into the brain. This can cause also some ADHD issues, and it can exacerbate ADHD. So I'm sure a lot of you know that already. So we could go on and on about all of the virtual errors that we are coming up against with these children. We could talk about it forever, and we know what they are. But the impersonality, the dehumanization of the computer screen, and not being able to have that contact, that social contact that they so desperately need when they're young kids. I mean, look at them all here. They're happy kids. They're here with you. They want to support coming back, and they want to support their parents. And that's why we are here. So my next point, and I'm just going to wrap this up, is that we all know, if you're reading the news, that Judge Strickland of the 19th Judicial Court, he said that the 14th Amendment is not being upheld. Do you know what that means for all of us with the schools? Thank you. I will explain. Special needs and regular educated children are not being protected under this current COVID plan in open schools. We know that. And this is in violation of our 14th Amendment. And it states, our 14th Amendment, that we should not be denying any person within its jurisdiction equal protection of the laws. So it applies to public elementary and secondary students. So our rights are being infringed upon for our children, and really it's their rights that we need to be concerned about. They have a right to appropriate education, and they are not receiving it right now through this current plan of income. So lastly, we talked about metrics, and Diana had mentioned it on the Facebook page. Like, what are the metrics for Pennsbury for going back? That's the focus of this whole entire gathering we're having right now. We want to compare the other schools in the area to Pennsbury. What are they doing? Well, you probably all know at all the districts. Some of you were shouting that out already. You know, oh, these guys are going back hybrid. They're starting in October. The Catholic schools are all open up. How is it that they can do this, but we can't? Why is that? Till February. Exactly. So what do you think the response to that is? If you ask someone who works on the board, what's the response going to be to you?
Oh, cool.
That's what a lot of parents that I spoke to have gotten. You need to talk to your team. You need to talk to your special education director. But they don't have the answers. Or the IU. I mean, that's a nightmare calling the IU. And you're trying to get through and getting in touch with someone. It's awful. So what is it that we can do? Well,